Some Mac OS X users have been attacked by ransomware. That's software that could encrypt data and force users to pay up to get it back. So who else is at risk? Well, joining us now to talk about that is Mark Spoonhour, Editor-in-Chief at Tom's Guide. Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So first off, what has Apple's response to this been? We know that this was discovered or reported by cybersecurity firm Palo Alto Networks. What's exactly happening here?
Okay, well, Apple has responded. They said that they've revoked the digital certificate that you would need in order to install this software, but there's other steps that you're going to need to take to protect yourself, whether or not you've been impacted by this particular attack.
And so what are some of the things that OS X users can do now to protect themselves from this malicious software?
Sure. Well, first off, if you have installed the transmission software, which is a file-sharing peer-to-peer network, you want to make sure that you install the latest version, which apparently comes with a tool to remove any of the malware that came before it. So that's step one if you happen to have that software. The other thing is to make sure that you have the right options checked under your Apple security settings on your Mac. One of them is called XProtect, and it's one of those tools that is basically like quarantines services or software that is deemed suspect by Apple, and it's really important to make sure that you keep that checked. Don't uncheck it, because then you're going to be opening yourself up to all sorts of threats.
Yeah, and who's at risk here? What's the likelihood that this ransomware is going to be spreading out to a wider group of users?
I think it's pretty minimal in this case, because it was related to just one type of software, and it was a file-sharing software which has a limited number of users. But I think it's more important in terms of the bigger picture, in terms of Apple really taking control of its security and making sure that users have the right tools enabled by default. It makes it harder for them to disable them. Like, do you really want to do this? Might be a good question to ask. And I think, in a way, this is sort of a complement to Apple and Macs, because their software has gotten that much more popular. Macs are outpacing PCs in terms of sales, but with it come all sorts of threats, and this is one of them.
Yeah, it certainly is. Well, Mark Spoonhour, thanks for joining us. Thanks for breaking down how you can protect yourself from this. Thank you for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.